Back at it again. Seamless, like we never stopped. It's almost like I just kept on streaming that night. If you watch this video right next to the last one, plays right into it. We're practicing fists. We've got our cold step. I think we're looking for something for our girlfriend Ranni here. Boy, this guy's got some major stamina. I've been wailing on his shield, and he ain't dropped it yet. But now we're behind him. Ooh. Are you saying you don't record the videos the day you put them up? Like I try to put them up right away. Like that first video, I will probably be uploading it as soon as the stream ends. But what I've been doing, if you don't know exactly, I have been putting them out at noon and midnight if I have more than one. So like, you know, if this stream ends at, let's say, 6 a.m., the first part of it is probably going to go up at noon that very day. For Texas time, East, Central U.S. time. Woo! Woo! I'm doing a lot of reckless running in places I'm not sure if there's ground. Stop it. For those of you just tuning in, the chat is hotly debating whether or not 90 minutes is an appropriate length of time for a movie. In my opinion, 90 minutes is the optimal. It might be a little short, I can admit. There are maybe some movies that might actually benefit from longer times, but I think that just means they could have cut from somewhere else and chose not to. I feel like 90 minutes is a good amount of commitment. 2 hours is like not a crime, but is like you're getting a raised eyebrow and like probably something you could have done here. But all I'm saying is movies are too long. I'm using a big overgeneralization statement to make that point. Obviously there will be exceptions, yada yada yada, bada bada bada, but that's not funny. It's not. You're ruining comedy by forcing me to admit that. Just laugh and be like, 90 minutes, easy. $115. All right, Nox Luna. Hold on a second. Now you're splitting hairs, but I like your angle. I'll watch a 115. Oh yeah, I remember this courtyard. I think I died here once. I'm gonna die here again. Because I'm trying to block with my bare hands. I should really put up 2 hands to block. I have no idea where to go. I'm beating up these dudes with my bare hands because that's... Honestly, that's what I'm having the most fun doing, so I'm going to optimize for doing that. Alright, this seems like a trap. Oh, or a statue. Okay, we got this item. We've done all this. Where's the last place we got? Hi! You've got a big weapon. Maybe it's not that big, maybe. Oh, no, you got the whip sword. That's right, I remember you. You're that lady from a boss fight. You're just a regular lady now. Woo. What you got? What you got? Yep. Oh. Ooh, okay. You can... And that's the side. How do you like a little bit of ice? Oh, you brought your boyfriend, huh? Yeah, give me your monk braces. The 3 acceptable movie links are 88, 110, and 144 in minutes. All right. Oh, big lag. Moments like these are why I have this move. So I was like, what's the one thing that I will really struggle with if I'm trying to commit to the fist? and that's going to be crowd control. So I wanted a Ash of War that worked with crowd control. And my options were a quick movement, which was fun, and I might slip it on every so often if we're feeling frisky. The ice stomp, and then I also had like a little fire sweep. But it didn't cover as much ground and honestly didn't seem all that strong. This frost one seems to throw on a status effect, look cool, cover a lot of ground. All right, this is where I fought me, right? This is where I fought my double. Which, boy, if I was using fists back then, that would have been a great fight. Just a knuckle sandwich between me and myself. What up, Chicago? Jinx thinks the horns are so cool. Thank you. Yeah, it would have been sock 'em boppers. More fun than a pillow fight my ass. Lose a tooth on those things. Zendokrenal, I like that you're supporting my argument where you're saying 3 hours is too long for a movie. But we don't have to bring up that, you know, you don't want to be in a theater with sick people or whatever for 3 hours, potentially. I'm basing this purely on the watching a movie in the comfort of your own house. I still think 3 hours is too long. Again, I appreciate that we're working on the same angle here, but I'm gonna say your logic ain't part of my argument. Is this guy just praising the stars? I mean, they are quite pretty. Here, hold on. Seems like an emote moment. An moment. It's gonna be hard to get that guy to show up on a thumbnail. He's very pale. Yeah, I think actually I need to put it like that. That'll probably be the better picture. It's not about the size, it's about the cut. I mean, yes, that will definitely make the biggest difference for sure. But I'm gonna say by and large, your cut probably could have been improved if it's longer than 90 minutes. Hey, what's down here? Ooh. I'm gonna try to ignore looking at chat for a little bit. I feel like yesterday you guys were leading me around by the hand a little bit, and while that was cool, we did find some neat stuff. There's a certain kind of magic this game has for me where I'm just like, I got no idea what's over here. Let's find out together. That's what this is gonna be right now. And before someone says I did this yesterday and I just forgot. Wanted to land on that ridge, didn't work. I think I was in here yesterday. This looks familiar. Grant, you could use your horse. It'd be a lot easier. Shut up. Whoa. See that bit? That was for you. Scared you, not me. Guess I'm just built different. Whoa, okay. We run and jump and land on that raised platform so we don't get the death damage we would get from falling off here. And I hiccup in the middle of it, and I missed. Ah! We're still fine, though. Ooh, haven't done this yet. Founding items, always good to have. Clarifying horn charm, keep that in mind. Okay. I really wish inventory and item crafting were swapped. What was it called? That one. I recognize the picture of it. Clarifying horn charm. Greatly raises focus. So is that my FP? Can I see where that is? FP, there we go. No, that's not affecting that. Is focus its own stat? Focus is its own stat. What is that? So mine's naturally 201, and this would bring it all the way to 341. Oh, Ziltoid with the chaotic evils take. I think every movie should be 3 hours, but half of it should be garbage so we can just look at our phones. Put your dang phones down. Talk to a person. Someone tell me what focus does. Like, I don't think it's going to make a difference, but I'd like to know. Because it's apparently not FP. At least not according to that page. It is... Apparently focus stat does not go towards my focus points. Which, look, FromSoft. I love this game. But if I'm going to start getting nitty-gritty, that's something you can fix. A pathetic sort. Oh, no, it was a bird. Thought that was a slunched over man. Stops you from falling asleep or from madness. Got it, thank you. Okay. So not a stat I need. At least not right now. What a bird. Or dog in the parlance of our times. Look at this guy. Showing off, doing his jumps. Oh, but we both found the item. Look at this. You can do your cool hops all day. Doesn't make you any better than me. Oh stars, oh stars. Flyer ahead. Confidence. Alright, yeah, that's... I've been told by my otherworldly sources that somewhere in this realm is an invisible bridge. It is not right here. Want 100% this game so bad. Man, I'll catch you in 20 years and you can tell me what it was like. And I'll be right there with you. We can just talk about it. Ooh, good message spot. Pro tier. Unless these messages absolutely suck, I'm going to applaud them just for their placement. Hey, you know what? I guess that's fine. Should have worked harder. Oh wait, I think I rated it up. Oh well. That was supposed to be a downvote. I was unsubscribing to that thread. Which I wish you could do that. I know you can do the groups and stuff. I wish you could subscribe to people's messages. I wish I could find a message and be like, I want to see this dude's messages in particular. Highlight them. And make sure they always pop up in my world. I might have found the invisible bridge, or it was a glitch. Either way, I died 5 times and nothing of value was learned. Perfect. Sounds like an Elden Ring experience. This is where we were, right? No, we had to go... We took the coffin where we were. This must be different. This must be new, because we didn't take a coffin to get here. Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't tell me I just dropped down to a place I've definitely been. Shoot, I've definitely been here. This is where we fought that one dragon. Okay, we didn't need to come down here. This was a bad call on my part. Backtrack, backtrack, time to backtrack. What way is new? Where was the... That's where we fought the Mimic Deer. So that was for sure higher up. And I think the last spot we rested. Horse until I'm out of here. Okay. So we've dropped down to a spot we were earlier. Good to know. So we now know relatively where we are to everything else. Somewhat. Oh. Whoa. That blends in very well. I didn't notice that item at all until the messages. Bravo, you guys. Here we go. That's good. Also good. I'm gonna try and make a concerted effort to rate messages that help me do stuff, because that's what I hope for when I leave messages. And if someone gave me a message that like helped me find something, whoa, that got real scary for a second. I don't try to steal their thunder, and I don't leave a message for it. A giant sort, you're right. That looks like a cool place. I want to be there. This place is so cool, but at the same time, it's like kind of disorienting. Where I see stuff in the distance and I'm like, I want to go there, but because it's the underground, that seems to magically have just like sort of openings across the surface. I don't view it like I do when I see things on the surface where it's like you see that mountain, you can climb that. Like, I do see that mountain, and I know I can climb it, but there's also that big void between us, so there's no way I'm getting there from here. All right, was hopping down here my mistake? Was it talking to this clown? No, that's the singing lady, and that was all new. That stuff was all new. Boy, I'm confused. I don't know where I am down here. All right, we're gonna follow this path. What do these messages say? Is this the invisible bridge? Horse required. Beautiful. Okay, now we came down here, right? This is what we did? I wish these stayed between deaths so I could mark my paths. Ooh, that's death. All right, not doing. Nothing doing. Yeah, no thank you. Not necessary. Yeah, you see that void? You can fall in it. That's the marketing this game needs. Something has aggroed me with this music. What is it? Who sees me? Which of you's got a problem? Alright, yeah, here's where we lit up the stuff for the thing. There's a bunch of deer who are my friends and will not fight me, I'm sure. Could we go down that way? I'm still pretty sure that's... Yeah, that's circling back around. That's where we picked up that item. So going down there just loops us back. Boy, that's a lot in one spot. Hold on. Execute your whole generation. All right. Let's see. Ooh, all right. You guys think you're tough? Fight me with your bare hands. These guys probably resist frost. They look like Vikings. Nope. Oh, he tricked me. Oh, and that breaks my guard, so I can't punish him for it. Gosh, that's doing so much of my health. Move, man. But not off the cliff. Oh, I hate this move. Why does he keep doing that one? Because he knows it scares me. All right, fine. All right, all right, all right. Nope. Turn this around. Turn this around. Turn this around. Great. Ow! No! What hit me back there? Something hit me from behind. Oh, it's a man with an arrow! Camera wouldn't turn. Is that going to put me down by the stupid dragon? Does it think that's what I'm near? I bet it does. I'll recognize the spot because I've died there many times before. No, okay, this is different. Wait, where am I? God, sometimes it's such a risk accepting a steak in a steak revival. Revival at the steak. A steak dinner revival. Steak, steak, steak. Now I want steak, damn it. Now I'm fucking hungry. And I just ate McDonald's. Whoa! Whoa! Didn't realize we were going to a convention. Hey, I'm in a new zone. You can't fight me in a new zone. Did you find the gargoyles here? Yes. Killed them.
Here comes some magic.
Took the tomb and escaped. Yo, thank you for the bits and Cindy's. I was about to say not to be intimidated by things, but holy cow, those guys proved me wrong. No, yeah, seriously, those guys are rough. It seems like a whole lot of nothing out here. Oh wait, is this where we killed the big wolf? I think we killed the big wolf here. Hey, hey. There we go. Precious item ahead, you say? Oh, you can kind of come down to the beach. All right. Don't think I've been down here. It's cool. Or maybe I have been. I'm not seeing an item. Yo, Vaishni, thank you for the sub, man. A classic. I can stop subbing to Granny anytime I want. I just don't want to. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for all the wonderful content and being yourself. Hey, thanks. Regret. All right, no precious item ahead after all. That dude was a liar. I haven't had a blue drink yet. Take it. I can't remember if I said this earlier, but as a kid, blue drinks were always the best. Like any juice that could be blue was a better juice. Jumping required. Okay. This looks like a place I haven't been. You still like blue drinks, Chicado? I would say I do too. I think if I'm presented a bunch of fruit beverages or mixed drinks, the one that's blue will probably be the one I choose. Can I not go up there from here? This is so mean because this is absolutely, you will die if you try it and it will look dumb as hell. Because you will drown in that 5 centimeters of water right there trying to get a footing on those little thin things. But you know what? We didn't come this way to not be dumb. We'll Skyrim our way up there. They can't stop me. I hate when I tell on myself a second before I do it. What is the theme of Elden Ring? With Dark Souls, I felt I got it, if only a little. Lighting the flame was struggling to live and fear of change. The dark was accepting death with the hope that better things would come after you leave. I think I'm not getting the lore message here. I mean, I guess. This is definitely kind of Dark Souls again, where it feels like the message is the old guard will tell you it had the era of light. The people in charge will always tell you when I was in charge, things were great. And it was only when my rule was over that things sucked. But then you peel away the pieces and you kind of realize like, oh wait, no, they didn't know what they were doing either. And maybe everyone with power is a liar. I feel like is often the message. Which might be a little, like, broad. You're probably scraping at something a bit more specific and likely accurate. But I feel like the big strokes are usually like, you know, Gwyn and his era, his age of light, and he was like how this was when we understood life and knew how to live. And now with this we have, but like you play it and you realize like, wow, the people, like, yes, things are terrible now, but we look into their history and the people who had things good were doing it off of the backs of people who were suffering. And so really their bright and shining history is sort of a pox to everyone else. And yeah, that era is over and now kind of everyone's suffering, but it's sort of, we just brought them down to what they were doing to everyone else. And this sort of feels the same, where it's like we have these demigod, god characters, whatever they are, and they keep going like, man, back when the Elden Ring was all together and it didn't get shattered, before the shattering, shit was tight. We knew what we were doing. And now you play and all the characters are like, dude, yeah, stuff got worse after the shattering, but before the shattering, we were still slaves. Things were still bad. And so I feel like that's sort of the real message of the game. Hey, guess what? Smarter than the average fucking bear. Yeah, the game, like, your goal right now, you are ostensibly working for the Two Fingers to help them reestablish order. They're like the original gods or whatever. But like multiple characters, and like these are probably like the evil people or whatever, but multiple characters have kind of found me and gone like, you don't trust those fucking Two Fingers, right? You're not an idiot. You know that they're lying. And like, it feels very much like they are. All right, hand to hand this guy. Big dude thinks he's cool. Bet he doesn't like the cold. Yep. Gonna freeze your little bubbles or whatever you're using down here. Hand to hand, didn't even touch him. Head ahead. No horse ahead. What was the no horse thing? Does that mean that's a lie? Ancestral infant's head. That's terrifying. I've got a baby skull. I love these, by the way. Like, I know they've been in other Souls games, but I feel like I've just never really given them their due. But these little things that just like use a little bit of FP and just give you a whole new move that like either scales with something or just does a flat damage. They're so interesting and I never give them the time. But like, that's cool. That's just pure magic damage I can lay on the floor. For honestly, way more than my ice step, so it's probably not going to be worth it in the end. But if I didn't have that, that'd be cool. Wait, actual fingers? Yes. I'm like, I thought it was just a gang, like a group name, just called the Two Fingers. I have met the titular Two Fingers. I've encountered them. I've talked to them. I've touched them. I've just seen Two Fingers. I tell you, he is alive. They are alive, because there's two of them, I guess. But the bad guy cult, the Three Fingers. Not even joking. Bad dudes serve the chaotic third finger, it's called. Or the chaotic Three Fingers. I think they are referred to as the Three Fingers. Like Two Fingers and Three Fingers. They're like, you're really referring to the hand, but their name is how many fingers they have. Is it the other Three Fingers? That, you know what? I've never even thought about that, but that totally would work. How it's just like, these are two halves of the same hand fighting with each other. I'd be okay with that. I'd be fine if that's the resolution. It's a little cheesy, but I wouldn't hate it. They built up a good enough world around it. Now you gotta show chat the Two Fingers. Okay, you know what? We got an easy warp spot to get back here, so sure. I'm not finding anything. I haven't seen the Three Fingers, but the Two Fingers live up here. There they are. And they're like breathing and moving. They're alive. And this lady talks for the Two Fingers. Can I? She doesn't have anything she wants to talk about right now, unfortunately. Oh, I keep forgetting I can buy this stuff. But I'm not a heavy armor guy, and I'm not a magic armor guy.
Now go forth. Let the words of the fingers guide you.
No, I want... Okay, I need to do something where she quotes the fingers. Because she, like, speaks for them. And, like, I'm beginning to think that she might be nefarious. Like, maybe not evil. Like, her heart might be in the right place, but I think she's just blindly faithful to these things. And, like, maybe not even really faithful to them, but, like, kind of using them as, like, you know, she's just sort of like, yeah, I'm going to say God said this kind of stuff. Which two fingers are they of a hand? I feel like that looks like index and middle to me. Could be middle and ring. It is the Elden Ring, after all. Ring finger might be super important. We also have enemies that are just big walking hands with too many fingers. And so I think that we're going to find out that someone was like experimenting trying to recreate the two fingers or something, is going to be my guess. Let's start upgrading these spiky fists so I can change the Hoarfrost stomp to them. Oh, we might get these higher. We might actually get this. Damn it! We need Smithing Stone 6. So close, though. Actually, it looks like... It looks like they might already be better. Hold on.
Back already, no matter.
Okay, let me directly compare these real quick. We get a little better scaling on these, at least. Oh, did I not? Oh, because they're not keen anymore, because I took it off. Alright, well now we cause blood buildup. We don't punch quite as hard per hit, but now they also bleed. So that's very good. We know the black knives cause the shattering. Yeah, the black knives... I've had like little mini run-ins with them. I found like, where was it? Was it up here? Yeah, like we found one of their things. Which also, do we have death blooms to give our guy? Because I feel like that's where I was maybe finding them. I think those guys maybe live in death or whatever. Do I not have any? I don't think I have any. Shucks. We have a lot of dragon hearts though. We might want to do something with that. What was I saying we were gonna do? I feel like I know we were doing stuff in the place, but I feel like there was something else that I wanted to do. that coming here made me think of. Oh, I remember now. I have Radahn's rune, his great rune that I never powered up. And I killed that Godskin guy off stream here and then didn't go any further, and I'm pretty sure this is where it's going to be. Wait. Do I want to go in the basement? I think I go in the basement, because I think that's where the guy was. God, this is not nearly as much damage as I was doing with my scythe. Why am I slow now? Are these heavier than my other fists? Uh-oh. This being a slow roll was not something I expected. Wah! Get away! You can't come in a boss room, can you? Yeah. Without a boss here, this gun's less scary. All right, what are we doing? Yeah, we've got a heavy load now. Why is that? What are these weigh? Yeah, it does make the difference. Wow. Okay. We can wear slightly less heavy pants, and no one will tell the difference. No one will be none the wiser. There we go. Hey, stop it. That guy gives a lot of XP for an easy fight. Drop the bow. Nah, we can just change our pants, and then we can just have that as a quick resource. I could be like, you know, like, I'm punching you. Now I'm casting magic. Now I'm shooting a bow. Now I'm hitting you with a scythe. Like, look at that. We got so many options so quick. Also, okay, apparently this is not where we... Hey, we got the Godslayer Greatsword. Awesome. I thought this is where we were going to charge the thing. So does this not work? Is this not where it is? Oh, didn't want to go out there. Yeah, the center is where we found it, right? And then, like, where we got in, and then we had to go down into the scary part. Was this, like, sealed off or something, and now it's not going to be because we killed him? Or am I just wrong? I might just be wrong. There might not be a spot where we recharge his rune here, even though that doesn't make sense to me. Whoa! Didn't realize you guys were all here. Hold on. Ow. Oh, this is a dead end. Okay. Ooh. Thought I could roll through that. If you go the other way, the door is up. Don't know what was up there. It was sealed before. Okay, it's probably not anymore, because I feel like they usually seal the door until you kill the area boss. But I'm going to run down and get those souls real quick. Oh, that's up. Down was the other way. Get dude. Alright, so there's a guy hiding in this corner that the dude up front distracts me from. So if we just zap the dude up front, dude in the corner's got no reposetti. Alright. Oh, what? What is the range on this? I need to figure it out. Worth it. Alright, and then you're gonna be over here waiting with the sack of quarters. Yep. What if I just give you a little frostbite? Frostbite. There we go. Alright. Is your fist stronger than those twin scythes, or just trying a new style? Just trying a new style. I'm pretty sure the twin scythes still do significantly more damage. Pretty sure all their numbers are way higher, even on just a flat damage side. However, theoretically, I could get way more punches in, so I might technically have a better DPS, but hit for hit, the scythes are definitely dealing more damage. And right now, the scythes also operate in a better range, that keep me safe, and so that's also quite the valuable thing. Yes! What time is it over there? It is currently 3:26 a.m. But I said at the beginning of my stream, whenever I play this game, it messes up my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule is already messed up. So maybe if I double negative, it'll fix my sleep schedule if I play it tonight. Good morning, Londoner. Hope you're having a fine morning. Yeah, you can't open this door until you kill. Like, every region has, like, its shield or shard-bearing boss. And this one was Radahn's, the one we teamed up with Kieran and Tyler to beat. We hadn't beaten him before that. But now that we have, we were able to come up this door. Because, at least so far, and this is only the second one I've done, because the middle one didn't apparently have one. But these big divine towers are where you go to revive the epic runes that they give you. And you always find, or at least so far I have with the two, these creepy little remnants of two fingers. And I don't know what this means. I can't wait for Vadi to tell me the lore here. I am excited though, because I feel like I have picked up a lot more of this one's story than I ever do with these kinds of games. And I'm sure that's by design. I'm pretty sure they're making it easier to follow along. But it's been very satisfying. What does this do? Raises maximum HP, FP, and stamina. I mean, this one raises everything, though. I'm assuming this just raises those three in particular more. But damn, it's going to be hard to beat Godric, who just literally raises all of your stats by 5. Show off that George R.R. Martin plot. I mean, yeah, I guess. Though, look, Marty, I'm not saying you're a bad author, but I feel like there's like a Marina, a Rinna, a Marina, Mariana. Like, I feel like there's like 6 characters with the same name and very similar appearances, and like, I think 2 of them maybe are sisters and the rest are seemingly unrelated. Okay, but now that I've done another rune, I'm curious if she will say something to me. Crazy how everyone said Godric is trash, but his rune is crazy good. Yeah. I feel like when we beat Godric and we talked to the people here, they're like, you beat the runt of the group. Nice going. But so far, what his epic loot was more epic than everyone else's.
You have returned.
Okay, yeah. No extra dialogue options. Sorry.
Forth. Let the words of the fingers
Oh, check out her little
guide
feeties. Her little rotten, ghostly feeties. Can we get any better picture? Ooh, there's that keister right there. Alright. Enough being weird. Sometimes camera angles get in a place and I just gotta investigate a little bit, you know? Speaking of hot thing on the internet, let's go ahead and address it right here and now, since I feel like I've seen 4 videos with it as the thumbnail. We got it. We did it. It happened. The creepos won. If we finagle the camera, I think. I haven't done this, so I don't know if it works. But this lady had, oh, we can kind of see it. You can see her legs a little bit. She's wearing like a thong or something. They gave her weird undies for some reason. Damn it. Okay, I don't know how to break the camera to do it, but the rest of the internet's been a bunch of pervs and looking. And, even in my attempted chaste playthrough, they couldn't avoid telling me about it. And if I want to get those clicks, if I want to get those tasty internet clicks, I gotta show you the goods, right? That's how this works. That's the deal. That's the grim contract I signed. There you go. Is that hot for you? Is that doing anything for you, you weirdos? Her hand? Definitely not her knees. Anyway. You know what? Yeah, let's give her a hug. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have looked at you like that. Also, didn't I kill like all of her followers or something underground?
once more. Now, come closer.
What's her name again for research? This is Fia, F-I-A, the deathbed sitter, I think. Because her whole thing is if you're about to die, she just kind of, I guess, fucks you or something until you don't feel bad about it.
So very warm.
But in this, she just hugs us and gives us a Baldachin's blessing, which is bad. We actually want to get rid of it. I can ask a favor? What's that mean? This is new, chat. This is new. Breaching new ground.
My dear, might I ask something of you? Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them?
A weathered dagger. Oh, excuse me. A weathered dagger.
A certain person gave it to me as a gift. It's a very precious thing. It must have a special place in the owner's heart. So I would like for the original owner to have it back, if you wouldn't mind.
Cool. Can you give me an address?
I'd like you to find the owner of the dagger I gave you and return it to them. It's a very precious thing.
Okay.
Then
So
good
no,
day to you.
no
my
more
dear.
info than that. It'll probably be on the dagger itself then. All right. Well, thanks for the hug. Oh, I wonder if while we were hugging, could I have manipulated it? Maybe that's the secret. Oh well. Guess you creepos will just have to Google it. You can have fun doing that. Safe search off, you babies. Okay, what were we looking for? Here. The weathered dagger. There we are. Dagger received from Fia, the deathbed companion. Sorry, my mistake. I was close. She wishes for it to be returned to its rightful owner. It was once a special weapon of gold and silver intertwined, but is now worn down and marred by a black gash. Well, the only thing we've ever encountered that seemed to have any relation to her was that fight we did underground. The Prince of Death. Where was that? Where did we get warped to? That was like way on the other side of the freaking world. Yeah, was it over here? Gold and silver. D? Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea. We'll test this, and then if this doesn't work... Wait, this wasn't... There wasn't a teleporter here before, was there? I don't remember that. Alright, well, hold on. Now we're gonna see where this goes. This freaking game! Every time I turn around, there's like something new at a place. Oh, this was here? Okay. Did this take me somewhere uncool? I don't remember where this took me. Takes you to the capital, I think. Oh, is this how I got in the capital? That's right. I was suddenly back in the capital and I was doing stuff here. That's probably how I got here, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right, my mistake. Okay. Well, someone said D, and I like that suggestion. And he's just hanging out here, so. Did you see the downgraded Bloodborne to make it a PSX game? Yes, I did a couple streams with that, I think. Maybe not on here. I think I did that on TFS, though.
Ah, hello there. What can I do for you?
Hey, good suggestion, J. Rockany.
Well, what have we here? How did you get your hands on that dagger? Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is. Why don't I return it to them for you? Good work bringing this to me.
I don't like that that's how he put it.
Did you need?
Yeah, okay, we've got both of it. I'm worried that this is like triggering a thing for him and it's like gonna kill him or send him away, so I've got all of his stuff at least. Can I tell her I gave it away? Gave it away, gave it away, gave it away now? Oh, that's right. You'll only talk to me if we're hugging. I forgot. Roger did say he has a brother, but Roger died, so I can't ask him to confirm, unfortunately.
You are so very warm. Then good day to you, my dear.
Oh, nope. Nothing else. That's it. That's all we get. Alright, what if I rest? We pass time. Maybe that'll do something. Because now I've learned that this place, like, a lot of in-game events operate off of you passing time first. Or at least, like, entering a load screen of some kind. Yeah, I re-grifted your weathered dagger. Oh, D's gone. D's nuts. That door was not open before. Oh, shit. Is that you, Fia? Hold on, I don't want to talk to the... I want to pick up the item right away. I'd like to talk if I can.
Finally, it is returned to its rightful place.
What did you do?
The stolen hallow brand of the exalted noble. And now, I must bid you goodbye as well.
What?
Though I ask you deliver this message to the Round Table Hold. I am Fia. Deathbed companion. Hark Round Table. Disturb not the death of Godwyn.
Was she a double agent all along? Have we been hugging a villain?
Who humbly live in death.
You were a black knife whatever
in
thing?
waiting to one day welcome our Lord. What right does anyone have to object? Our Lord will rise. The Lord of the many and the meek.
Holy shit. Wow. D! Oh, we got the twin set. That was something someone wanted. Well, hold on. We got to put it on real quick, but then we're going to give it away. Because someone said they wanted the twin set. Even though this looks so good and I kind of wish we could just keep it. I'm too curious. I am now D, but I am ready to punch. How'd she kill in here? We have this magic non-violent thing that like keeps me from being able to use my weapons. Like I feel like when I first got here, the dude was like, oh yeah, don't worry. No one is capable of dealing violence here. It does look like he got afflicted by the death status effect, so maybe she was holding that weapon that like is broken and everyone's complaining about. That they're probably gonna fix. Well, okay, does this mean I can't get hugs anymore? I didn't realize I was effing up my hug economy. Oh, man. Hold on. Perfect picture opportunity. Oh, God, I just miss her. Oh, I need to get closer to the... I need to get my head on the pillow. This is gonna be... This is dumb OCD, but I need to do it for me to be happy. Is this far enough up? Oh, that's like perfect. That's perfect. All right, now if I could just manipulate the camera to get as close as we can. Is that the most detailed picture I'm gonna get? A murder most foul. Oh, Fia! Where'd she go? Wait, I think I've got an even better one now that I think about it. One that looks even more pathetic. Oh no, I don't have it because I only get it. Hold on. All right, this is for YouTube. So hold on. We're gonna actually give this a little bit of a priority here. Where is... No, it's down here. We're not actually respecking, chat. Don't worry. We're going to memorize our numbers, and we're going to give ourselves the exact same numbers. Because like I said, for this run, we commit to the points we pick. So what have we got? 32, 23, 26, 25, 36, 10, 31, 13. We'll remember that.
Art thou now?
Wait, can I just do cosmetics? Will that give me the thing? Here's what we change. Finish. There we go. Got it.
I would birth.
Yep. You would birth me 1,000,000 times if you could. The beast is going to be pissed. You're right. We got to get over there and talk to him. But first we'll give this twin set away, and then we'll do that. Because I know for sure the twin set will do something. Or maybe we do the beast first, since I don't know if it'll do something. Alright. Let's try. What's it gonna look like if I do it from here? He eventually falls over. If I could just get the camera to be on him. This will be really hard to tell what's going on in a YouTube thumbnail. Maybe I need to get my actual clothes on for it. I just want to make him look as depressed as I can in Fia's old bed. And speaking of baby undies, huh? Just another day as a broken man. Just alone. Granicus' life is spiraling out of control. He took a dagger from Fia, gave it to his friend D, and now D is dead and Fia's maybe evil. What have I been doing? Alright. That's enough sulking. We have a twin armor to deliver. What was I wearing? I know I had a lot of... Oh wait, I had the antlers, the special antlers. And I think I was mostly wearing the black pyromancer set, or whatever it is. Yeah, I think it looks really cool. Yeah, the black flame monk, which I've got a bunch of those. You can tell I had to practice that skin dude a bunch. And our pants were like a level above that. There we go. Medium. Lovely. Abstinence is the lesson, or end up like D. It's true. Did we move his corpse? Is it gone? I've left and come back. Or are we still just letting him? Nope. Okay. Wild that this room only exists to stage D's death. Okay. Let's go talk to our beast man. See what he has to say about good old D. You never made that sound before. Ah! It wasn't me! Oh my god! It was Fia! Ah! Dude, just talk it out! Ah! Jeez! Oh god, we got 34,000 souls on us and we just died. And we're gonna respawn in a room where he's gonna be mad at us. Blacksmith heard everything and said nothing. You got a good point. Okay, where are those souls before he jumps me? Shit, they're right behind him. Okay, how about bird friend, distract. Oh cool, he does give me a buff. Those claws! Those claws are so friggin' scary. Bird, why'd you come back here? Bird, I need you to be over there by him. Ah! He threw a rock at me! Bird! Keep me safe! Bird! Alright, there we go. Alright. Teamwork. Let me tell you about the old birds and the beast. Ow! Dive bomb him, bird! Put this beast on ice. I can't target him anymore. Okay, cool. I don't think we kill him here. I think we just had to calm him down. I'm sorry, D's dead. Hawk, it's cool, dude. It's cool. We're fine.
Put it away. I won't forget. Again. My appetite. My sin. So please. Enough.
Alright, well, I can't really tell him what to do, so I'm just gonna sit down at this and hope it works. Bird just going hog wild. Alright, bro. Can we talk about this? Can we talk about what just happened there? Nope. Okay. So much for that. But hey, alright. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. I might have known he was gonna do that. Not because of the D thing, but actually we crossed a threshold in how many death blooms we gave him, and that's what triggers that. In case you didn't know. A little bit of gamer knowledge for you. Yeah, he's just embarrassed. He's sorry. But okay. Okay, we have the twinned set, and that was... I think that was like right by where we killed those gargoyles. Which was over here. I think it was the Great Waterfall Basin, because I think that's where the coffin was that we got in that took us super far north. Yeah, that seems right. Taking some steps here. Coming this way. Alright, you. With a miserable sort who needed a... There you go. Shoot, I should have read the description for the armor. It probably would have explained what's going on here. That's gonna bother me. Hold on. Emergency Google situation. Oops. Twin armor. What do we get here? Twinned armor. Alright. Armor depicting entwined twins of gold and silver. The two, known as D, are inseparable twins. They are two bodies and two minds, but one single soul. Not once do they stand together. Not one word do they speak to each other. Perhaps this armor longs to find its way to the other D. Ooh. Alright, it looks like all pieces say the same thing. Yeah, at least according to the wiki, it looks like all the pieces say the same thing. So is this the other D? Is this his brother? Like, is this... Wait a minute. Hold on. D is two souls sharing... Or two minds and bodies sharing a single soul. So does that make this place, like this underground area, is this like the mirror world? Like, is this... Like, was he living down here looking for that twinned armor that D got to have? What am I looking for? I'm gonna just warp to it in pastime. Is this like a joke? Like, got him? You found the other D? You know, you never know. See, I figured we were going to get like a vampire hunter out of that, which we sort of did since he was chasing after the death bloom. But I really thought it was going to be a vampire hunter D thing, because like the anime references on this are usually pretty much at face value. But I don't think I know, I mean, I don't really know a lot about Vampire Hunter D, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have like a story where he's a shared soul. Like, do you look different? Do you say different stuff? What was this for? Are you going to give me something? Starting to wish we kept it. Well, okay. That was a fun little thing that maybe revealed something about characters that is going to be scary. What else were we doing around here? Still feel like this is probably the most important area for us to be. Is Dari one of the Ds? Yeah, he does keep saying Dari. Oh, whatever. Oh, wait. This is the wrong one. We want to be here. Do you want to know where to go with that quest? Not in specifics, but if it's something I would definitely never find, you can maybe slightly lead me there if I get near it. Or if it's something that has like a very tight window to miss content. Be a little bit more brazen about your direction, I guess. But in general, I don't like being told what to do. Both in this and just in life. It's somewhere you have already been to. Okay. Later, Funk Fu. Thanks for hanging out. I know it's late. Fake bridge here wouldn't make sense. If there's going to be an invisible bridge, something tells me it's going to be, I'll see like just a gap and something on the other side I want to get to. I missed a grace here. Alright, well, I'll find it. Don't get yawn panties in yawn bunch. We'll find what we're looking for. It's a big old map. And I like to go over it with every little nook and cranny. Look at that! I wanna, okay, hold on. I wanna go over here. What's going on over there? There's a bunch of slimes down there. I haven't been there already, have I? Is that where I went to get here? It looks like there's shit over there I don't have. Aggroing me yet. If there was a grace in this area, I'd say it's probably around here somewhere, maybe. But we've run around that area a lot and didn't find it. We went in there. That's where we got the skull. We haven't really done anything down here yet. So that kind of tells me that's where we should maybe be going. Sort of the west. Is there a good way to get down from here? Ooh, 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 ooh. Boom. Alright, now we're cooking. God, I love this game so much because I'll see a spot like this and I'm like, I can jump there now. OG Dark Souls, it was this scary, you know, that's just a distance that you better pray you might have something that gets there. Item ahead. Okay, well, how do I get down, smart guy? Less concerned about the item and more concerned about my health. Oh, 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 we found it. The Knight's Sacred Ground. That sounds cool. Rejuvenating boluses. Boluses? That's a word I've only read. Heard something once that always made a lot of sense to me, and that's don't make fun of people who mispronounce words. It means they've only read it. It's just like, good point. Most people don't read these days, so if they don't know how to pronounce a word, it's because they were doing something they should have been doing. What's aggroing me? Sounds like something scary is happening. Also, did that... Oh, I heard an arrow. Is it you guys, you slime boys? Oh, something died. Something thought they could reach me and couldn't. Alright, no double jumps here. Good to know. Good to know. Not a whole lot of safety nets when you make a bad jump like this! I knew that was going to be fine. You didn't, though. I don't like the idea of trying to jump to a spot higher than I currently am over a gap. But we make mistakes here all the time. Oh, wait, we could probably jump down there and be fine. I thought we were long walking our way over there. Turns out I probably just need to go down right here. What's this message say? Oh yeah, what's this guy do? Oh, he missed it. Yeah, let me see how everyone messed this up. Oh, I wish. One thing the PS5 version of Dark Souls 2 had, or PS4 version of Dark Souls 2 has on every other version, I'm pretty sure, is if you stand over a bloodstain or a bunch of bloodstains and initiate, it does all of them. So you just see like 8 people fuck themselves up, and it's funny every time. Ooh, what are you doing? You gonna turn to me? You are. Oh, but you're turning into a weak-ass me. Praise the legs. Beautiful. Is it always the same transformation there? It's like I praising the legs because it was a naked girl. Something about the pronunciation of naked as naked always made it sound more dirty to me. Like, she got naked. Like, all right. But if you're like, she got naked, I'm like, whoa. I don't know why. Oh, very slimy neighborhood. No! Look carefully. The lady? Guys, my treasure alarm is going off. Also a teleporter. Mrs. Dead Lady. It's a good area. Look at your doom. We're gonna have to fight all those slimes. Is that all a bunch of slime we're gonna have to fight? No, I didn't mean to do that! It's the one thing I hate about using items from that menu, is if I press circle, it counts it as a backdash, not as a cancel. Alright, well, we're right here. It's fine. Nobody cares. I'm so cool. Just need to remember how to get over there. It's nothing big. Oh, yeah. Yeah, run for a couple frames and then let go, and the game's like, oh, you wanted to roll. I got that for you. I can't wait for like the hard platforming challenges to come up. Dude, I gotta fight your ass again. Don't jump over it like that dum-dum did. Okay. You look like you're... Oh. Shoot me out of the sky, why don't you? Wait, do you only have that? They arm you with this time? That sucks. Oh, wait. You were supposed to be a pair. It's just last time that person died before I ever saw them. Oh, don't hit me. Yeah, lore walk at me, dumbass. There you go. Just gonna stomp. I paid for the fist, but I only use the feet. Okay. Is it this way? It's this way. I love when I see messages around like the path, because that tells me I'm not the only one with a horrible sense of direction in this game. Okay, so we fell off of there, so there's our stuff. Let's go ahead and grab that. Will not not fall for the trap of looking at that beautiful babe on our throne. This looks... I hear a bug, and I don't want to jump down from here unless I know it's not up here. Don't look like it is. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember where I got this Ash of War. I stumbled across it at some point and was just looking at my stuff, trying to see... Ooh, new wet blade. That means we can apply new attributes to our weapons, I believe, without requiring the use of a Ash of War. Punch it! Oh, I don't like this. I don't like you going this way. All right. Remember our new rule? If we see these, we have to open it. Okay, I can't do anything else. But I am locked onto you. Backstab or ice step? I'm not sure how we should start this encounter. Backstep, says Ranni. Into ice step. Yes! Yes! Where is it? Where is it? I accidentally removed it. I accidentally removed it. There you go. That's how you should feel about what just happened there. She was that one boss from Khaled, yeah. Ooh! We can call ourselves now. I know I was poo-poo talking it the other night. That's just because I think people are really quick to call it the best one, and I think it's really just a very good one. But I think many of these are situational. This just happens to work for probably the most situations. Which I guess maybe makes it the best. But I just don't want people to think that it's the only one they should use. People are quick to call it the best one, and someone in chat immediately goes, "You just got the best summon." Very comedic timing. Yeah, no, exactly. Everyone wants to call it the best, and I can totally get that being your knee-jerk assumption. But I really think that you should be the damage. Wait, is that ball the enemy? Is it gonna roll at me if I attack it? Well, what if we freeze it though? Don't you roll to me. Don't you get over here. Yeah, that's right. You stay over there. Give me your innards, your larval tear. Is that what I just used to not respec? I've murdered the sacred ball. No more balls in your court. Wary of right. All right, there's an enemy over there. Ambush. Seek right. Okay. Yep, there you are. Come on over. Come over, pretty lady. I'm not walking over there. Is that gonna be death? Is that gonna be just pain? What do you think's over there? Oh, she's jumping out of the best part. All right, fine. Let's do this hand to hand. You do a lot of damage though. Surprise! I murdered plenty of balls in this game. No, I can believe it. I think that's maybe my third. I know there's that one spot where they just roll off into a cliff, and supposedly people were using that to grind. It frustrates me that people grind in this game, though. Like, I get maybe that you're wanting to expedite the process, but I really think this game is designed that, like, you never need to grind. You just need to go somewhere else. Just pick a different area and just be in there for a little bit, and you will find something that will up your game. Grinding is like invalidating other content that you'll find later that was clearly the right level for you. But at the same time, I also get one to just be able to power level and just creep through stuff. Celestial Dew, that's the stuff we need for forgiveness. Cool, so we have one now. Oh, hold on. Wait. I see what time it is. I see your thing here. Hold on. We'll reset this area. I know what they want me to do here. Almost have enough runes for a level. Let's see. 45k, and we need 57k. Not bad. Okay. We will switch you with our new best friend, the best summon, at level 1. All right, twinsies. Let's go. Oh, that uses a bunch of my health. That's right, I forgot. I did remember hearing that. I don't summon that with magic, I summon it with health. All right, well, how much damage do you do? Okay, it is a little fun just when we're both using fists, just both of us are running up and just punching these little balls of slime. Good luck getting out of that. All right. Maybe this Ash of War is all right, or whatever. It did proc rot. Yeah, it like only hit it once and immediately rotted, so these things clearly have very little rot resist. Ugh, their summon takes so long that they don't... I'm telling you, that animation is slower than normal since it's frozen. Maybe not that one. Farewell. You really like that tail whip? He used it like 4 times. I didn't even see. I wasn't paying attention. All I saw was the dragon using a couple stumps. Finger Slayer blade? Oh no. The Finger Slayers, we don't want that. Great Ghost Glowwork. Is that like the max level one? Is that gonna let me max out my boy? Alright. That one blade looks like it's probably a dagger. Finger Slayer blade? Or is that a key item? It is. Hidden treasure of the eternal city of Nokron. A blade said to have been born of a corpse. This blood-drenched fetish is proof of the high treason committed by the Eternal City and symbolizes its downfall. Cannot be wielded by those without a fate, but is said to be able to harm the Greater Will and its vassals. Is this what, Ranni? Is this what she wanted? Is that where this teleporter is going to take me to? Like, just right to her? Be like, here you go, ding dong, hand it off. Where's Blade? Did I just totally miss him? Like, he and I were supposedly gonna meet down here, right? Like, we were working together to figure this out. Seems kind of weird that, like, I get the treasured MacGuffin and he's nowhere to be seen. All right. Well, I guess we're taking that teleporter. Oh, accidentally unplugged my controller and that's messing with the audio. That's not the game. That's me. Oh, and we're just back here. All right. That felt pretty definitive down there. We haven't been over here, though. Hold on. Okay. Wait. This looks like it might be something, and I'm curious about it. Let me mark that on my map. Which I could probably get there fastest from... Because it looks like it's very close to me, but I'm pretty sure it's higher up. I just want to check. I want to make sure. Like I said, someone told me there's an invisible bridge here, and that my only guidance to it was like, it'll look like there should be land going where it goes. Was the only description I was given. I've defeated 2 dead deer down here, so I don't think I've got that to worry about. Oh, maybe it wasn't lower than me. Or higher than me. Finally get to see more than this place, or more of this place. Everyone just leaves after doing that. Yeah, and I have no idea if I'm barking up the right tree, like at all. Okay, so that's where dead deer number 1 was. We iced his ass. What? Oh, maybe Tyler was full of shit. Maybe there isn't an invisible bridge here. Pretty sure this is the one we tested. But just to be sure. Maybe it's a jumping puzzle. We're so close. I want to... Hold on. Wait a minute. What's this man looking at? Could be down there. That's where we fought, right? We've run through there. Yeah, we've been through there. That's where the lightning guys are. That's where they zap us. Down there is where Dragon Man was, and we killed him. Yeah, like there's that higher level right there. That's where we fought the dragon. That lower level down there is where we had to light up the things for dead deer number 1 over there. Seek behind. I don't know if that's just, you know, a finger butthole joke, or if literally the invisible bridge I'm looking for is back here, but this doesn't look like it would be it, because it looks like it would ram into a wall. And someone makes a good point that this might be a jumping puzzle, because there are those little things down there that you could hop onto, but that seems so precarious. And also, I think that might still be a death drop from where it is. Because honestly, it would be... Okay, you know what? Here, this is a bad idea regardless, but we're going to try it. What we're going to do is jump out and then double back with a double jump. Because it looks like there's ground right below us. So here we go. Oh, whoop. Nope. I got scared. I got scared. I got scared. Here we go for real this time. Here we go for real. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we die. We die. Use cotton. Oh, all those bloodstains. Yeah, no. They were all there telling me to not do exactly what I did. But you never know. You never know. Zendo, don't worry. It's all right. I appreciate the suggestion of a jumping puzzle, even if it was ultimately flawed. Maybe we just go that way. Maybe we just go straight. Or maybe Tyler was a total liar. I'm gonna keep saying this until he pops into chat. Assuming he's still watching. He's probably not. He's probably asleep. He's a sensible man. It's the right mindset, just trying things out. That's right, Silver Knight. That's how you find stuff in this game. Tyler, you told me there was an invisible bridge somewhere around here, and the only thing I remember you telling me is that it has something to do with, like it looking like pre-existing structure. And so I saw this and thought maybe this is what you were talking about, but I died. Not here. Okay, well don't tell me exactly where it is, but you're telling me there's definitely an invisible bridge, not just like a tough jumpy thing that I had to do to get over here? Because the other thing I thought I remember you saying was it's where the wolf dude was stalking around, who I killed last time. I don't think I ever told you where it was, but yeah, it's in the game. Okay, my mistake then. Could have sworn you had said it was like right around this neighborhood. But I feel like if that's not a thing, though, I'm starting to feel like I've done everything I've got to see down here. Oh, take that back. Here's an item I never found, so clearly not looking hard enough. There's those jellyfish who led me to that other path that I've already taken. Just try throwing rainbows spots, see if they fall. And then we got over here. We did this. We came over here. Which didn't even require invisible bridge, just to walk. It's the deadhead thing that spits magic. Okay. Alright. Then... kill this dung beetle. Just to get some frustration out. Use a little bit of this violent energy I've accrued. This rock looks like it could maybe be hiding something that I haven't found. There's infinite discovery in this game, and that's why I just feel like I always want to be looking. There was a second beetle. Yeah, but it was a blue beetle, and they're not as cool. Alright, let's navigate around here, see if there's a way up. Ooh, that's the grace we found. And we horsed over there, so there probably isn't a way up there, because they probably didn't want you to be able to get over there any other way. Maybe? They might not have been that smart. Oh dear. Alright, beginning to suspect there's nothing up on that stone up here. Yeah. This game is insane. I thought I had completely explored Limgrave, only to see that I missed the talisman that gives a boost in damage while riding. Yep. There's stuff in every corner of this game, and I am astounded, I guess. I don't really have a word for how I feel about this, because it just seems like something that should have been impossible, and they did it. Like, I hate being kind of combative about it, but I also sort of don't. But I really feel like they just went, what if we made Skyrim a good game? And they made this. And they were right. I wanted it all along. It's probably mean to say Skyrim isn't a good game. I've played it for like 100 hours. How did the eagles get down here? I don't know. How'd the deer get down here? I assume they all were born down here. They just lived here. Ah! And that one gets to live another day down here. Yeah, I can definitely see why this game took so long, for sure. Alright. They force us off here because of it being a boss area. I think I'm gonna leave. We found what Ranni was looking for. This is our choose our ending moment. We're siding with her. I'm not against it. I'm just making sure we're all on the same page. Because it's the only one that's really presented itself to us so far. If I do this now, does this lock me out of a bunch of stuff? Should I save this to later? I mean, I care what ending I'm getting in so far that, like, I hope it's an ending that tells a good story. I kind of don't want an ending that's just going to be like the... And then it was a joke, lol. And I guess I don't want to be told what ending I'm getting. I just more want to know, like, does me doing this now lock me out of stuff that I could have done and do this later? Like, is there some side quest I could do that giving this to her is going to make a side quest giver antagonistic? My understanding is that only one ending locks you out of the others, and even that one is reversible through a special quest. Okay, so it sounds like whatever I'm doing here isn't permanent, so I guess we try it?
Ah, it was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron. My thanks. Finally all the pieces are in place. Soon must I begin my journey. Upon the dark path only I may tread. Ah, but before I leave, I shall entrust thee with this.
The inverted statue, okay.
My thanks for thy sterling efforts. A strange gift, perhaps. But a rare sort such as thee would welcome it, I'm sure. I am certain now. Fate steered us to our reunion. I must thank Torrent, too, for his part. You may leave now. It was but brief. But thou gavest me fine service.
Hell yeah. My services may be brief, but they sure are fine.
What is it? You may go. I, too, am to depart on a journey. Upon the dark path, only I may tread.
Okay. That sounds like a go away statement. What did she give me? Probably a key item, right? The inverted something? Inverted hourglass? Inverted statue. Statuette of a scholar with ground and sky. Oh, I know where this goes. Yeah, carry and study hall. Okay. Cool. All right. Good game design. Excitedly leading me to a place I've already been. Because now it has more context and I understand what I'm supposed to do. Cool. Jesse with the raiding party. What up, dude? How's it going, gang? I think you guys were probably playing this because I'm pretty sure this is what Jesse's been playing lately. We're gonna flip this tower upside down. They made their statue upside down, the ding-dongs. Oh. I'm glad you're liking it. I don't think you've played any of the other Souls games, Jess, but I think this is a good one to start on. Or FromSoft, whatever you want to call them. However you would describe these games, these obtuse action RPGs. All right, so is this building upside down now? Is it gonna look weird if I go outside? Oh, celestial globe, transmit to posterity the wisdom of the moon and stars, yada yada yada. Lore. I wanna see if the thing looks weird. No, looks basically exactly the same as it did when we came inside. Yeah, some Castlevania shit. We found the upside-down Dracula's castle. Because here's where our elevator should be, and, it's up on the ceiling. We can't reach the switch. So, avoid the death hole. And I guess just come this way. Which just makes so much more sense now, because I think there was this window that, like, led to... Ah! They got me. They got me. I was played. The jumpy hands scared me, and I instinctively rolled into the Chekhov's death pit that I pointed at earlier. That was cinematography right there. Mwah! Masterclass. Comedic timing 101. Fuck this shit. All right. Okay, well now I know those guys are there. But I came fighting with only my bare hands, so I really don't know if I've got... Alright, yeah, I see you. Creepy ass. Too many finger having mother effer. Haha! Oh, there's so many of you! So many hands! I got hands for both of you! Yeah, how do you like them hands? 5-finger discount. I'll give you these hands for free. Okay. What? Oh, you. Okay, alright, hold on. You're a wizard, huh? Oh shit, that probably has better wizard range than mine. Okay, alright, okay. Can't outrange you. So I guess we're running. Ooh. I cast magic missile. Fucking nerd, fucking loser. In this house we respect faith, not intelligence. I'm gonna punch you to death! That's what I do to wizards. I punch them to death. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Healing up. Healing up. Don't even feel it. Don't even feel it. Freeze, mister! What sucks with these gloves is I also can't block because I'm just blocking with my hands. And that's not good at stopping magic or blades. Ah! Friggin' cantrip using dick. I saw a pull lever prompt show up. Oh, that's scary. All right. Maybe, okay, look. We've been giving him the old, what do we call it? We've given him a little taste of good old law and order. Maybe we need to move over to swift and justice. Oh, these things are a lot slower. Important to note. They got the range, but they ain't got the speed. Alright, let's just book it before they appear. So it's not like we can do anything over there anyway. Cover. Ow, okay. You can still hit through that wall. That's cool. That's good. That's fair. Yeah. Idiot. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Give me my points. Don't kill me without my points. Let me grab my points. It's not fair if you kill me without the points. There's way too much happening on this little bridge. Oh, look at that! He's already dead! He's already dead! Stupid wizards. Wizards are babies. Everyone who uses an int build is a baby. Calling it right now. Ice step is the way. Yeah. That actually cleared out those feet and stunned. So Swift Justice might be actually, in a shocking twist, too slow. Which I guess I did say its weakness was it was not fast, so calling it the Swift Justice combo is probably a bit misleading. But hey, we say things we don't mean on these streams, like when I go, this is a bad game and bad design. I never mean it. It's always stuff said in anger. Oh, backing up. Nope. Boy, you just have like no cooldown on that spell, do you? Plus you don't have any sort of MP resource. All right, you know what? Maybe we don't fight. Maybe I take the half pipe and then we roll. Oh, you're friggin' fingering me. I don't like it. I feel uncomfortable about it. There we go. Shit. I hate when they delay it. I hate when they delay it. I can't deal with the delay. Ooh. That's some bullshit. Get this freaking hand out of my face. And shoot those swords. You can't just hold on to them for a week. They gotta shoot at some point, you jerk. Alright. We calm things down. Just mono a majo. I hate these swords. Ah. Broken ass magic using biatch. Shit. Don't charge it. Don't you charge it! No. Okay, we're going in. We're going in. Yeah, try focusing with these hands in your mouth. Oh yeah, you better run. You better run. Are you kidding me? You get to do that from another. Oh. All right, you know what? I got a friggin' bow too. How you like this? How you like them apples? Yeah. There you go. Cast your shit. Oh, my arrow comes out faster than yours. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not fun being on the other end, huh? It's not fun. Here we go. Oh, we've got the strats, baby. Did that do it? Yeah! Give me that lucidity, bitch. Sorry, that's not a nice term. Jerk. Ding dong. Nothing but hands. And a little bow. And some feet with my ice stomp. But and where it counts, nothing but hands. Oh, hi. Hello. Don't remember inviting you. I thought that guy dying was the other dude, and I thought he was like summoning a power that was hurting him. He's like, as he was doing the magic cast. Love hitting with the hands with fire. Like the little hands, do they freak out with a fire attack? We might have to see that. Secret path. Called it. We're cool, right? Me and the chandelier. We get along just great. Okay, hold on. That went in like the little hole of the chandelier. We need to actually hit the chandelier itself. Chandelier. There we go. Woo! Alright. Now what do we do? Oh. Boy. This feels like a level I should probably have a shield of some sort, because something makes me feel like they're going to be like shooting at me or something. I'm getting very Anne Orlando vibes. But before we go down there, let's check the other... That was close. Way closer than I intended. None of these look like they have items on them, right? Unless, does that one up there have an item? No, I think that's just light filtering from the window. I think we're good. Okay. We're fine. We're fine walking off this. I don't need to check. Told you. I saw you shaking in your boots over there. Don't try to deny it. You were scared. Like the coward you are. Okay. Nope. Stepping aside, taking this item. This holy proof dried liver. What was it that was always like the line after someone talks about how good something is? What am I, chopped liver? Is that like supposed to be like that's the part of a meal no one likes? The chopped liver? Jump on the button. Oh. Almost cool. Yeah, first try. All right, where are we going? Oh, okay. Whoa, got some serious frame issue there. But look at this. I'm assuming we go here, because it's the lit up one, but I just want to, are these all? Boy, this would be a rough place to hide a path, because I'd instinctively want to search all these. But I see no messages, no one even trying to do a fake out path, hidden path here. Means there's definitely nothing. Tranquility? Like how every 90s cartoon had an episode where someone had to eat liver and onions. Yeah, it's never a meal that crossed through my mouth. Started at the bottom, now we're at the bottom. Oh, what is going on? What did we find? Where are we now? This isn't what I expected. I thought we were going to walk out and it was just going to be like just outside. I should have known. Tranquility had a question mark. There will be nothing tranquil here. Oh, wait. Boy, in that cutscene, it looked a lot more stormy. I guess it's just rainy up here. We can level up now, finally! Hoping for Sky City. Maybe. We're only on the outside of it, whatever it is. Faith. Which means we can now use our move! Let's test it, let's test it, let's test it. The Wrath of Gold! We go Super Saiyan. Ranni, Rainy, it all makes sense now. Damn. Next level shit. What's that point? Is that from the underground? It is. Let's get rid of that. That was my dreams of an invisible bridge. What does it do? It apparently pushes things away and deals damage. Hell yeah, horse path. Oh, hello. What do you want? They're not even giving you boss music? They're assuming you are not a threat. Ow! Okay. What is this guy's story? He's a big boy. What are your moves, man? Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Games, now's not a time to be glitching. Oh, I don't like this. Too many polygons in his fat. I keep going for the power hits on this, but now that I've got the thing that builds bleed, I should probably be going for the faster hits, huh? I want to stagger, but... Oh, rolled right into the fire. Stop, drop, and roll out of fire, man. He's just like his brother, where he's always trying to time it with my heels. That's a funny move. Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting I have another move I can be doing. That, like, is our real good move. Oh, I was really thinking that was going to stagger. Oh, but he's cold now. Ooh! What does he do? Ah! Ah! Oh, this seems like a bad place to be. Alright, just get some distance so I can heal. Yeah, throw your fireball, you'll miss. Yeah, come on up. Bet you wish you didn't do that. Did that just do 2,000 on its own? Yeah, it's doing like 600 on the pop. Wow! Game, I really need your performance to fix itself during this fight. He said, yeah, 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 eat it. Guys, it doesn't make us heavy. It doesn't make us a heavyweight. Look at his faces. All right, we did it. I got what I pre-ordered this game for. $59.99, worth every penny. Giving a lot of Sanctuary Stone and Ruin fragments here, and I think the only thing those things make are those little droppy things for falls, and that's making me nervous. Behold death. All right. What's the lore on the set? Oh, dang. That's a good question. You can also make arrows with them. Okay, that's fair enough. Let's read it. Robe made by sewing together patches of smooth skin. Subcutaneous fat make it plump and soft. Worn by Godskin Nobles known for their 7-face aprons. Strengthens the Noble Presence incantation. What? I don't think I have that. Nobles are the most ancient apostles who are said to have assimilated inhuman physiology, not unlike the Crucible, the Erdtree in its primordial form. So these are like the Knights of the Old Guard? Or like, you know, the Crucible Knight equivalent? Not necessarily like they're knights, but you know what I mean? This is once again just here for looks, right? I can't do anything with it? Yeah. There's also a hood, right? I mean, there was legs and arms and everything. This was the Noble hood. But it looks like it all says the same thing. I just mostly wanted the belly. I want to keep the antlers. Yeah, it puts the lotion on its god skin. Or as it gets the god's hose again. That was a reference that even as a child I had heard a bunch of times, not knowing any context or understanding what it meant. And thinking back on it, it's really messed up that slipped into I have to assume a lot of kids' cartoons. That's the only way I would have known it. That's kind of crazy when you understand the context. Game, please don't freeze when I'm in a giant tower running towards a wall-less edge. It's a reference to Silence of the Lambs, and that's what he says when he has a victim in a dungeon that I think he's sexually abusing with a hose. Well, these aren't 2 fingers. Remember how earlier today we went up a tower just like this and found 2 fingers instead? Roderick was really excited about the curse mark of death, or whatever. Or not Roderick, Roger. Curse mark carved into the discarded flesh of Ranni the Witch, also known as the half-wheel wound of the centipede. This curse mark was carved at the moment of death of the first demigod and should have taken the shape of a circle. However, 2 demigods perished at the same time, breaking the curse mark into 2 half-wheels. Ranni was the first of the demigods whose flesh perished, while the Prince of Death perished in soul alone. So we found his grave and his throne. What does that mean, the Prince of Death? Like, what do we know about that guy? I think I've got his rune, his eye or something. His pustule. So the pustule came from the visage of the Prince of Death, who used to be called Godwin. Okay. So Prince of Death is Godwin. We've heard that name before. That was the first guy who died, right? That was in the opening cutscene. As first dead of demigods, it's said he's buried deep under the capital at the Erd tree's roots. Yeah, so we found that. And Fia just mentioned him earlier. Yeah, Fia said she serves Godwin. And she, is apparently an agent of death or something. So did Godwin, okay. So this game starts, yeah, good, that's a good gasp, good timing. Very thematic. Because I think Godwin died at the beginning of this game, or in the intro thing, not necessarily the very beginning, because I think this was an event that happened 100 or something years ago, probably more. But he died, which set into motion this stuff. Did he die on purpose or some shit? Also, we finished this. Was this a grand plan enacted by his death, maybe? You think? I kind of like that theory. But Ranni, maybe, as a good person, knew that if he died, it would create the new Elden Ring or whatever. And so she was like, if I die at the same time, that will split its power. Also, is this a PvP area, I'm guessing? Because there are no enemies up here, and that dude's fighting something. It was an assassination as far as I know. Maybe Ranni had him assassinated? Killed them both? Died in soul only. Wonder if his body is still somewhere. Good question. Huh. Interesting. I feel like we just got a lot of lore here that we need to digest, and I don't know where would be a good place to do that. I guess we could start moving in on the capital some more. We've got some red marked stuff here. What do we have to do here? We had to kill Vargrim. Which I've also been slightly spoiled, but I think I've been told that the Dung Eaters quest starts in here somewhere, so we need to look for him. Also, we got warped in there, so we have a boss fight that I'm pretty sure is right on the other side of this Grace. So maybe we go here the intended way, and maybe we hit up a tree too. Although it looks like we already got this one since it's got that mark on it. And I think that mark means we've already been there. Isn't he the face under Stormveil? Yes, yeah. They said that was the Prince of Death's face down there. But then we also found his face underground at his throne room or whatever. So I don't know what that means. But we also found other D down here, which makes me think that the stuff that's going on down here might not be... Like, it might use the same elements, but might be, like, a slightly different dimension or something, or, like, a different timeline of these events playing out. Because they're also weirdly spread apart. Like, I've got both of these maps, and they're not near each other, and I don't think there is anything between them. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to find an underground connecting route. And this also makes me think there's probably an underground here that I just haven't found yet, because it looks like it would connect all of these. But I could be wrong. There might just not be any underground here. Might be more things in the inverted library thing. It seemed way too big. Well, we were in here before when it was upside down, or I guess right side up. And we explored it pretty thoroughly then. Like, this is a place we've already cleaned out earlier. So I sort of doubt there's going to be much more in it. Is Ranni in the other tower? Might still have answers. Good question. Good point. Good point. Let's talk to her. She'd be the expert, I guess. She theoretically lived it, but she just might not want to tell me. Because when I handed her the mark of death or whatever before, the dagger, she was like, hell yeah, you're not going to see me for a second, but oh, you. That could have been a disaster. But she was like, yeah, I have nothing more to say to you. Thanks for your help, but bye. Talk to Fia again. Fia left. Fia peaced out. She killed D and then she left. I don't know if you missed that part, but we can't talk to Fia no more. I do still have her dumb blessing, which is actually a curse, though. I need to get rid of... Uh-oh. Wait, where's it telling me to go now? Oh, is it... Wait. Does it want me to go to Renna's house? Also, weren't we supposed to talk to Celavus about... Like, maybe he knew more about the underground than we did? Also, weren't we supposed to give a potion to that one girl who never showed up again? And he was like, you're a dumb tarnished who's an idiot and not a wizard, but even this job is easy enough for a dummy like you. And then I couldn't even friggin' do it because the girl won't show up. Do not give potion. Potion bad. Hey, man, come on. The smart-ass wizard doesn't have my best interest at heart? You sure? Alright. Shut up, wolves. I don't need you. However, you are blocking my map, and that's kind of what I wanted. But I know there's another tower over here. Not sure whose it is, but we're going to talk to whoever owns it, if they're there. We also fought a dragon here, who when we got him down to half health, he ran away. And then we fought another dragon, an ancient, scary dragon who was way more powerful than any other dragon we've fought so far, I'm pretty sure. And then we took his health down a little bit, and it was like going to be a fight that I'm pretty sure he would have won if he stuck around. And he left. I just don't get it. All right, Renna, are you here? Have I used this? Have I taken this? Can't remember. We're gonna find out now. No idea where this goes, but hey! Oh. Okay. This is a new realm of the underground, but cool. All right. A miniature rat. What? Hold on. What is that? Is that? Can I equip that? What is that? Doll resembling Ranni the Witch. Head to toe detail is perfect. Unresponsive doll seems pleasantly cool. Hell yeah. Little orphan Ranni. I have no idea how you're supposed to pronounce her name, but I like Ranni. It's like Granny, but minus a G. Little Ranni. Yes, she is. She's just a cute little Ranni. Alright. We've graced up. Graced up deaf guy. Favorite Family Guy character. Is that another coffin? Can we take that somewhere? Let's give us another trip down memory lane. Oh, I know how to do this. You can't trick me. Just bury me like this. No? Alright. This isn't where we got taken by the coffin in the first place, is it? And I'm just gonna realize that I'm in the exact same spot? There's items here, and I didn't get the mini Ranni before, so I'm assuming this is all new. I'm not gonna read these messages in case they're like, boss ahead, don't proceed. Alright, hold on, this one might say a hidden space. Nope, okay. Oop, I got the I can use my summons message, so something that wants to fight has to be around, like this guy. Who doesn't see this punch in the back of the head coming? Got the Clayman's harpoon. Hi. Are you a Clayman? You like it when I put my hand right there? Turn your head and cough. Give it to you again. One of the best line deliveries of all time is Nala in Lion King, young Nala in particular, when her and Simba are wrestling after the I can't wait to be king, and she goes, pinned you again. I don't know why, but I always thought that was very satisfying delivery there. Just sounds very much like a kid winning in a fight. This thing again. Close enough to the ground that we can just hit it. Ooh. Oh, I didn't mean to sneak. I didn't mean to stealth. I didn't mean to stealth. Come down here and fight me like a man. Yes. Oh, get effed, son. Come here. Can't pinch me with those pincers. Oh, it's got like a skull. This thing's horrifying. I love it. I keep stunning if I can't find its like spot. Yeah, yeah. Fisty cuffs. Smithing Stone 7. I think that's what we need for one of our spears. Whoop. Aw, you saw me, big guy? Put your balls away. Oh, I thought that was gonna freeze you. Dudes in the underground. Other underground couldn't handle that move. Ah! Ooh, I don't like that one. That bubble's scary. It's so funny to me that I feel like this and Kingdom Hearts, I'm pretty sure, bubble magic is like the scariest magic. Need a backstab. I can just go ham on you for a little bit. But I like getting the backstab though. Ain't got no problems with it. Bah! Oh. Bah! I wish you're jumping, well, I guess that wouldn't make sense for it to be the light. But I like the jumping heavy being this like axe handle slam. But I wish the jumping light was like a little kick or something. It was like a little ah! Didn't expect water slide. Joy. Alright, well hold on. That sounds like a path we don't return from, so let's make sure there's no items about. Like this glowwort. Or glovewort, I guess. Yeah, I would love like a goofy kick combo in this Cestus thing, but I guess we're equipping it to our arms, so it wouldn't make sense if my legs got in on the action. But we do already have the cool ice stomp. So, you know, if we can do that. Magic coming out of the ground. Let me just explore for a little bit. Ooh, big flower over there, probably hiding something nice. Oh, let me get those. I want to get those things. Looks like there's stuff here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's just reading the message. Why is it always enemy? Oh, I'm taking this. I'm taking this. Taking that key. Taking that key. Yeah, that move's easy to avoid. Ding dong. Ooh. There we go. Do we kill this guy? Let's kill this guy. His smug aura offends me. Ah, I want to lock onto him, not his cronies. Ooh, he's a madness plant. I don't like that. All right, smart guy. You can play me. If I set you on fire. Cut that shit out. Yeah, put yourself out on the water, dumbass. While I freeze it. Great shot by me. Ah, no, you were on fire. You were supposed to be unable to act. He's dead now. Oh, that shit down. What happens if I do the ice stomp without stuff? No, it doesn't even do damage. Oh god, that's not. I don't think madness is instant death, but I think it's like bleed, where it's just gonna do a sudden ton of damage. And I just don't know if I'll survive it. Okay, I'm starting to feel pretty good about grabbing everything other than this item over here that I totally saw. Mushroom. Already weeded you guys. Like Frenzy and Bloodborne? Yes, I think it's exactly the same. Like even your methods of getting it seems pretty similar. And I think thematically it is also basically just madness. I mean, it's called Frenzy, which basically means the same thing, right? And I like it. I can't remember if this is how Frenzy kind of worked in Bloodborne or whatever. Actually, I don't even know if they had the stats in question really in Bloodborne, now that I think about it. But was watching a video from Vadi doing some lore breakdown on this stuff, and he was talking about the Frenzy effect in this. And he was like, the spells that are for Frenzy typically require the stats of both faith and intelligence. Sorcery is all about intelligence. Like magic, you know, miracle stuff is all faith. But when you put your faith into stuff but really start thinking about the truths behind it, it drives you crazy. And that's where Frenzy comes from. And I'm like, that's so cool! I love that! Alright. I think the water slide was back this way. Where does Arcane come in? Good question. Be wary of bug. By the way, I want to go home. Up. All right. Don't think. All right. And what if we don't touch the water? That probably rushes us down and grab these items instead. I thought this was going to be a water slide, but it turns out it's not. All right. Bug man. Bug man. Big bug. Big bug. Big bug. How do you like ice? Not so much. I feel like maybe I'm making this game too easy with this move. So I'll punch this ant to death. What? He really hit the ground hard. Hate bugs in this game. Triggers your phobias. I'm kind of shocked I haven't seen a big spider yet, in particular. I feel like there are always spiders in these games, but maybe I'm misremembering. There's definitely a giant spider in Dark Souls 2. But thinking about it, I guess there were the one dudes who kind of looked like spiders in 3. One might not have had any real spiders, from what I remember. Stomp is the speedrunner now move. That stomp is the speedrunner move, like legit? Because if so, that's great. I love that I keep accidentally finding the good strats, but I guess that's what makes them so good, is they're very obvious. Because they're just so good, you can't deny it. Because yeah, this seems like it's really good at just cleaning a mob. Oh my god! How did we live that? That was a 1 health survival right there. Did not deserve that win, but we'll take it. Revenge, yes. Wait, was that guy like blocking a path earlier? Wait, what? Turn back, seek grace. Okay, that tells me that there's a grace in the other direction, so I don't want to go this way. Or maybe the grace is on the other side and this is the wrong direction. We'll find out. Grace, grace. Behold, beautiful. Grace ahead. All right, we're grabbing this first. I'm checking this message. Don't surprise kill me. Treasure ahead. I hope this isn't like friggin' YouTube BS where negative comments and positive comments all count towards the same, just you want a lot of comments. Because that's gonna cause some problems. This does not seem like a grace. I'm not seeing a grace. Oh, wait. I spoke too soon. Didn't you say once you have a friend that views math as proof of God? I recall that from a video and it always stuck out to me. Yes, I do have a friend who always felt that way. He was a youth pastor who was also a dual major in college for math. And people were like, that seems like two things that usually don't go hand in hand. And he's like, no, man. I can't remember what his explanation was because he was a mathematician and that's stuff I'm not good at. But it was something along the lines. He's just like, mathematical concepts like have to entertain the idea of the infinite all the time, and if there is an infinite, then that to me implies like some sort of spiritual something or other. I couldn't really wrap my head around it, but he was a smart guy, and that was his position. So, you know, not saying you have to agree with it, but there was a level of it that I was like, I can see where you're coming from on that. Okay, so you don't like ice. You don't like ice. You don't like ice, but you can spray me and like basically insta-kill. So maybe if I block when I ice. Oh, didn't get it with a good hit. Ooh, he spews it from his lower half so it doesn't get blocked by that rock. There we go. It's that big pop at the end that does all the damage. You can maybe, if you're lucky, you'll stun him with the little hits. But it's the big hits that... Is that just a skelly man? We can kill him. T-posing? Wait, was that the thing I killed, or is that a different one? Oh, jeez. It's looking at me, whatever it is. Shoot these guys. Shoot these clowns. Does it come up here? No. Also, what are you doing? Whoa. Alright, okay. Why can't I lock onto you? Why can't I lock onto you? I see you. I see him. Alright. I keep using it, expecting to finally find something that it's not going to work on. Okay, I don't like that guy out there, so we have to kill him too. I think this dude... Do I recognize this place? Do I recognize this place? Yes, okay, I know where we are. Whoa, you can't come up here. Okay. You didn't shoot those guys. I thought you couldn't shoot up here, but I guess you can. Can you shoot this far sideways, though? Alright, can I, like, punch his butt from up here or something? Oh, you done messed up. You picked the wrong spot to nest, mother effer. Hope you're ready for this. There's no way he can shoot me from here, right? Ooh! He totally can! Oh no! Thought we found the safe snipe spot. Ah! Alright, he got us with one. That's fine. We can survive with one. We'll get you. We'll get you. See, you keep your head in one spot for a second, dude. Ah! Ah! Okay, okay. Yeah, thank you. I asked and you delivered. Ow, 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 ow. Do I have a special shot with this? I should try it. Special shot going right to the rock because I'm a great aimist. Excellent archery here on display. Damn it! He like aims it weird. Aha! Alright, maybe from a different ridge. Yeah, turn around, dumbass. How? Yeah, how do you like fire? There we go. Embarrassing miss, embarrassing miss. Lock on, please. First person aim is such a liar. Oh, I want to step down to that thing, but I don't know if I can get back up afterwards. I hate how he moves he jerks his head around so much during that animation that if you don't shoot it early, you miss him. There we go, finally. Whew, we got him, we got him. Everyone at home, rest easy. We got him. Starting to look like, talked about it earlier, starting to look like Carl from Aqua Teen with this belly armor. I kind of love it. Dad bods rise up. Wing of Astel. Whose ass? I'll never tell. Is that the name of that thing? Did we get Astel's wing? Is it a usable thing? Can we shoot those gravity balls? No. Is it a weapon? Here we go. A curved sword that requires intelligence. Bum bum bum. Sword fashioned from a delicate wing, suffused with the magic of the stars. Strong attack unleashes a wave of enchanted light. Crafted from a relic of the natural born of the void, who is said to have assailed the eternal city. The natural born of the void? Is that the name of that creature? Because if so, that's cool. Imbue the natural born's wings with magic to send forth a dark cloud of stars that lingers briefly before exploding. That's pretty cool. Against perhaps better judgment, I just made big progress on working on my master's application while listening to the stream and having down a sizable glass of wine. Naturally, I won't be submitting it until a better time when I'm sober and have everything sorted out. Well, hey, congrats. Glad you got a bunch of work done, even if it ends up being the drunken ramblings of a wino. Yeah, mission accomplished, Taco. You're right. Found it. Any review of a comment heals the writer, but after a number of bad reviews, the bad comment gets removed to make way for good ones. Okay. So ultimately, bad reviews will eliminate bad comments. We all gotta, it's solidarity. We all gotta work together to free them. I've been here before. So is this just another route here and giving me that wing? I feel like there's gotta be more here, right? Can I do stuff up this way? We found this and came down here, right? This is the direction we took? Wait, actually, hold on. This is actually perfect, because I don't think I ever beat this boss on stream. I beat it on my off-stream file. Now I remember. Okay. Maybe we want to do this. Okay. We'll head down here. Oop. Oop. coming? If this is where I think it is. But I'm starting to think it's not, because there should be a shopkeeper down here if it's where I thought it was. Because I thought I remember a shop being here. But now he's not here. Maybe if I rest, maybe he was gone because we came a different route. Because I bought a thing for forgiveness down here. That's why I ran down here knowing it was an area that I hadn't done. Oh wait, there he is. He's in that room. Okay. See, there we are.
Well, divorce from one's trade does not come easily.
What else you got? I think, okay, you just got these consumables that I've already got more than enough on pocket. All right, thought you might have something cool since you're in a really out of the way location. Yeah, how did this guy get here? It's a very good question. It makes me very suspicious of these shopkeepers with just how ubiquitous they are. And also that they have like some crazy kind of information network where apparently if you attack one, they all aggro you. Did I tell you guys I accidentally aggroed Bach and it was really funny? It was when I first got this the stomp and I didn't know how wide its range was, and I happened to be at the rest that he hangs out at, and so I got up and I was just like, okay, let's try this since we got it, and I did that and it hit him. And usually to aggro an NPC, as far as I know, you have to hit them at least twice, so it's like not a fluke. So the little ice hitting him once triggered it, and then it exploded. And then he was like, all right, I guess that's how it is, master. And he started attacking me. But it was doing like no damage, and I had like almost killed him from that attack. 3 times? Well, I guess I hit him 3 times then. I guess the ice just he must have got hit by it twice, and then it exploded and got a third. Why would you test it near an NPC? Because he's tiny and I didn't see he was there, and he wasn't there when I was there before. He was at the capital for some reason, which I didn't realize he spawned at. I thought he lived near the cliffs because that's where he was last time. So I had no clue he was even there, and he's little Bach, who's half the size of a person, and his skin is like, you know, gray and dark gray against a background that's not too different from like these colors. So he was like freaking invisible. I feel like they were really, like, it was an entrapment. They set me up. But I hit him, and he got real upset. And so I was like, okay, well, I just need to get the juice for forgiveness. And then I think there's, like, a really easy one you can get. But I forgot that I'd hit, what's her name? The magic teaching lady? Senel, something like that. She was, like, stuck to a wall from a spell she did to herself, I have to assume. Immunizing Horn Charm. Keep that in note for later. Whoa, I thought you guys didn't care I was here. You weren't acting up. Woo. But I hit her because she was like chained to a wall. So I was like, maybe I can set her free. So I hit her a couple of times thinking it would break her thing, because the first time I hit her, she went like, ah! But it sounded like a good sound, not a like taking pain sound. So I was like, oh, cool, I figured it out. I solved the puzzle. And then I kept hitting her, and she was like, even if you kill me, it won't matter, and started auto-triggering her like defensive spells. So I was like, oh, I guess I made her mad. So I bought the stuff for forgiveness from that. And then, so that locked me out of one option for forgiveness juice. So then I had to work my way down here. because I knew this guy sold it. And that was my second thing. So that's why, even though you haven't seen me come down here on stream, I've been down here because I came down here on an off-stream file once. These must be weaker bugs, because the ones upstairs weren't dying to these punches. Another character you've met put Selin in the dungeon? Gotcha. Probably that creepy wizard everyone kept telling me not to follow his quest line with the potion. He's the only other character I think has mentioned her. Or maybe, no, that other guy, Hoff, the dude we found dead at the academy after we gave him the key. I think he might have mentioned her too, but he doesn't seem smart enough to have chained her up. this is? Yes, this is where I'm heading. This is where we want to go. What does the... So we'll, okay, yeah, this is where we went. This leads to nothing. All right, well, hold on. That's a dead end. I want to investigate it more because I know, spoilers, the other direction might be a boss fight. Okay, we came in from this way? Yes. So this way. God, this place is so gross and creepy. I love it. Like, just all of this just viscera and bones and shit. And the nest of these bugs, like, you know, they're just hunting and eating surface things and dragging them down here, presumably. Although, I guess there's a bunch of animals that live down here, so maybe they don't need to go to the surface to hunt. Oh, wall blocked. I can't wait for this to get nerfed. It's gonna ruin this build. No! Put you on ice. Oh yeah, I guess Patches maybe. He's a traitorous type. He could have put the lady in the chains. Soap. Had to dig 1,000 miles underground, but finally found my gamer soap. What the F is going on over here? What are we looking at? What is this? What is... Wait. Did we do this already? Because that looks like a you beat this boss. Oh, never mind. That's a tree. Thought that was the portal out thing that we normally get. What is this? This red mist. Is this going to be all red rot? Are we looking... Okay, I made the mistake of hoping, like many of us, that we would finally not have to deal with a death swamp. Is that red rot, the swamp underground, where you're probably not going to be allowed to use a horse? That's just literal hell. That's great. That's great. That's good to know. Oh, Miyazaki! Reigniting his love for poison swamps. He just can't stop himself. He's got a problem. He's got a thirst. A thirst for a poison swamp. What did a poison swamp do to that guy as a kid? What happened? Who hurt him? Yeah, it's actually George R.R. Martin. He was the one who was like, Miyazaki, I hear you like poison swamps. I had this idea. I've made up this new thing called the red rot, and it's like just worse, more frustrating poison. What if? And Miyazaki's like way ahead of you. Yeah, so we got this big statue of death again, but now, remember this guy? It's him again, but we don't get a horse this time. All right, everyone knows dragon types hate ice. Look at that! Look at that damage. Son of a bitch. Don't do it. Oh! Oh! Get him in the face. Freeze his mouth. Oh, I forgot he dragged back. I'm used to only seeing this dude's moveset from horseback, so I don't really know what he does when you're super close. Yeah! We're maybe supposed to do this fight a lot earlier, so you know. Oh. I'm not even gonna let you do your phase 2, sorry. Didn't realize that was gonna kill. Thought I was gonna try to leave him with one more hit so you can at least see his phase 2, because it is kind of cool. He shoots like frozen lightning at you. But he's dead now. The great ghost glove. Great ghost glove work, Batman. It was the Joker. He was the one who took the sigil of death from the unborn prince and caused the cosmic abortion. Bloodborne. Riddle me this, Batman. Who's lived 10,000 years but dies every day? That's right, D! Jumpin' Jehoshaphat, Batman. How do we get up to this area? What's this neighborhood? This seems like a bunch of stuff we haven't seen yet. Played this at around the correct level and didn't see phase 2 then either. Really? That's wild. Real quick, I want to investigate this stuff that looks like we haven't seen it, so I'm just going to go north from here and see what I find. So there's Knockrom and Knockstella. Those are two different places down here. I don't think I pieced that together earlier. Okay, can't ride horse here. Ants on patrol. This is so cool. Torrance, I love you, but why can't you be a giant ant? This area seems a little bit more appropriately leveled for me. I think I read the explanation wrong. Poorly reviewed messages only disappear when the writer makes a number of new messages. Well, that happens for everyone. Like, everybody only has so many messages they can write, and they have to end up deleting old ones. Oh, hi. That's a different weapon. Is that a Tonitrus? Oh, I want that! I want that! That's like a cool flail! It's like a flail that can be a club! Give it to me. Die and hand that to me. I want it! Big slam, yeah. Idiot. Is it a trick weapon? Did you just shift it? What did you do there? You've got different hands now. I saw that guy out of the corner of my eye. And I was like, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. He's over there. He won't swing. Wimpy, you don't need to... You I could figure out that I could get them. That's okay. Be more selective in telling me facts. Hiya! Gotcha. Ow! Oh, jeez, you do a lot of damage. Holy cow. Well, there goes like 30,000 souls or something. Whoops! Jumped in. Got a little, what do you call it? What do you call it? Antsy? Is that the pun we're looking for? Yeah. Not showing up, you're right. Usually if you see an enemy using a weapon, that means you can get it. I feel like that's definitely the design philosophy of these games is much like the you see that mountain, you can climb it. You die to that weapon, you could hold it. Might not have the stats for it. But a heads up, I like playing these games because of the mystery, and the not knowing is the fun part. Once I learn, the fun is over. Ooh. So I'd like to learn. I appreciate when I get frustrated and I start asking. But I'd say a safe rule of thumb is to operate under I don't want to. Butt punch! These guys have too quick a backdash. Can't get my punches in. Gotta get my steps in on these guys, you know? Would you want to know where it is if it's in an area that you've been? If it seems like I have very clearly just, like, I'm not going to be going back there, I guess sure. But at the same time, I don't know. Because stuff with that starts giving me, like, the paralysis of, like, well, now I'm being pulled in too many directions. Like, I appreciate the thought. I do, and I understand what you're doing. But a lot of this, like, this game is so big that I need to accept the fact that I'm not going to see all of it. Because at the end of the day, this game is full of stuff, and there's only so much time on Earth. But I have spent a excessive amount of time in it already, so I guess maybe that's a choice I've already made. Yeah, I just did 4 different quest things that were all pulling me in different directions. Yeah, like we've been kind of globetrotting today, and I feel like I've gotten a lot of just me exploring for funsies and, you know, not being told where to go, but going there anyway, in spite of all that, so. I mean, kind of by design, but not exactly a stealth approach, and I stomp and you hear it and it doesn't hit you. Ah! I really don't like when you ride up on me like that. Ooh. You didn't take any damage from that earlier? That's kind of crazy, but okay. I was just so confused. He just started punching me. I was expecting anything. Yeah, a weapon, something. Mace is in the area where you get the finger knife. It's in the church you walk over to after jumping roofs. Okay, gotcha. Maybe someday we'll find our way back, but thank you for the info. Ha! Look, I know it's cheap, and I've become a one-move machine. But, I gotta say, activates me sexually when I hear that from all these enemies dying. Just, I need to have it. Nope. Oh, wait, this feels like prime message real estate. What do we say here? What do we do? Oh, no! It's a snail assault. So we do have a attack from behind message we could put. Ambush behind. And then a bunch of snails behind you. There, alright. Now I just wait for the ratings to come on in. People go, you're so right. Oh gosh, you guys don't shoot magic, you shoot poison. It's just maybe worse. Kind of like you, electric flan. Oh, I see. You're a trap. Oh, you're all traps. Oh, this is scary. This is a bad place. This is why they don't let me ride my horse. I understand now. And you're here, and they're shooting at me? Okay, okay. Let's just make this really fair, why don't we? Oh, what? I was like, if anything, it would be more effective in the water, right? The ice effect isn't triggering with everything going on screen, I guess, but it's still effective. Yeah, let's get away from all your little boyfriends over there. Yeah, I like that I can't see it, but it's apparently going. What? You scared now when you realize I can turn the tables? Yeah, walk away. Oh, it's a chain reaction! Go! Yes! Blow each other up, ding-dongs! Oh, keep this combo going. Come on, one of you guys is electrical, right? Ah, damn. Oh, you don't care about the ice. I don't like your little zippy zaps. That makes me think that if I punch you, you're just gonna zap me. So I have to throw. That was super cool. What just happened in this game was a good moment. Good moments in gaming. You will find this in the dictionary for that. It's a nice, fun... It's like we set up a room full of red barrels and gave you a fire, but we did it in a way more creative and interesting and exciting to discover way. You've done it again, FromSoft. Ow. Just took that one for funsies. Didn't even mind. Didn't even feel it. Get rid of that shell so I can freeze you! Bastard! Blood Bomb Infections is a great attack. What game had that? Dragon Age? Maybe WoW? I don't know. Not ringing familiar to me, so it could have been either, because I played... Wait, I take that back. I played Dragon Age Inquisition, because I was fiending for something to play on my PlayStation 4. And it was okay. Wasn't good enough for me to be like, I should check out these Dragon Age games that I've never played. But it was fine. Although I think I've heard people say it's like maybe the worst one? I don't know. Didn't seem like it did anything particularly bad. It didn't seem too great. I'm too close. Inquisition by far your least favorite? But I could have sex with the big bowl man. Wasn't that what everyone wanted? He was kind of fun. He was probably the best party member. Because he was just like super bleak about everything. And I think your romance option for him is just like, come on, why not? We're all gonna die anyway or something. And he was like, good point. Is that a gold tree? With no horse? I keep thinking I've looped back because I don't think I killed everything out here, but also maybe I'm still going. Not really sure. Can't really tell. Problem with the arms is if I don't kill them with that initial stomp, I might as well decide I've lost the fight. Because if they come up on me and I don't have it. Oh, I wanted to get the crit. No! Now you're going to kill me. You're going to kill me with your broken whip. Your broken whip that I have and decided wasn't good enough because instead I could stomp! Stop! Glug, glug, glug. Glug, glug, glug. Back in action. What's behind this door? An elevator? See ya. Bye, 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 bye. No ants in the elevator. No ants in the elevator. Taco, I back up your controversial take. I agree. Fun game. Oh, this is a grace we don't have, so I'm gonna say progress made. Well, remember when I said I thought I was done down here? That's this friggin' game, man. Ghost Glovewort number 9. Oh, shoot. We're getting deep. Still no horse. Too deep for horse. Oh, gosh. Is this the darkness of Moria? Have we dug too greedily and too deep?